But you never know that you could. And when you feel that way, ain't it good? But dancing in the red and gold. Dancing in the red and gold.
Well, hello there, folks, and welcome back to another episode of 49 Faith, the UK show. Tonight I'm joined once again by Nadgy Lee. We're in for one of those epic teasers tonight. Or are we?
Another one.
You know, I might just come out and tell them. It's the Broadwood.
It's the Broadwood. Okay.
But I would be lying in saying that because it's not really the Broadwood. It could be. But it might not be. But we will get to it. Oh
my God.
Yeah,
anyway.
It's going to be one of those nights. So obviously,
apologies
apologies for missing the show the other night, the review show. I couldn't stop sneezing, and because of that, I thought it was pointless coming on the show because I'd have to mute myself all the time because I was sneezing that much.
Annoying.
I've had one of those 24-hour colds. Luckily enough, I'm over it. So tonight we're going to cover Nick Bosa. I know it's been covered slightly in the review show, but we're going to have a look at potential targets if we are in the market for a trade. We could be, we might not be. I mean, we've got quite a decent depth at that position now. I personally think it's an option. It's definitely an option, but I don't think quite yet. So I missed the show, Nadgy. Are you going to fill us in?
Yeah, can do. I ruffle some feathers and.
That is so nice.
To be fair, the pod's been out for a day now, and I haven't received any death threat yet. So I think we're good. No, essentially, I just my thought on the overall thing was that I don't think it's that. It's so hard to frame properly without upsetting anyone. Essentially, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad of a loss. It's not as bad as losing Fred for the season or losing Brock for the season. Or it's not. It's obviously not ideal. He's a good player, and it does bring a lot of pressure and a lot. It just allows all the players to be good because of the attention he takes to himself. So that is obviously a downside, but. I think the main reason is just he's not. It won't change the way we're going to play defense just because he's gone. Yeah, and the amount of money we pay him, I think the return on investment has just not been as good as it should have been in terms of production. And also we kind of should have seen it coming. He blew one knee. And he's just blown the other, essentially, in the exact same way that he did at MetLife, 4 or 5 years ago now. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I might be wrong. I may be very wrong, and we'll see very shortly.
Are you potentially guilty of looking at the sack stats? Yeah. Yes, definitely, but. If you look at last season and the season before that, he's been playing fully healthy on a very good defense. Maybe not last year, but even with Demeco, right? He was not even in the conversation for defensive player of the year. Not even close. No, his name wasn't in a top 5, top 10 defensive player to talk about. Fred was, always is. There's always his name popping in and out as the greatest linebacker in the game. Nick Bosa is just not in the media, he's not in the front line. And I'm not saying he's not good. He is very, very good. But I don't know. To me, he's what, DeForest Buckner used to be. He was extremely good at what he was doing. But it's not that bad of a loss. It's not something we can't replace, I think. The point is at the way he's playing. I think we can get production out of somebody else. I think we're going to have plenty of time to find out this season because it happened so early in the season.
I can't even remember which quarter it was that he left the field. But obviously, we got through to the end of the game, sneaked out a win there. And yeah, I think you're right. I think we do have other players that can step up. Yitar Gross Matos, I think, has been playing well for us.
Yeah.
Obviously, Michael Williams, he's looked good. We've got Bryce Huff, he's looking good. I think we have enough players not to pick up the slack, because it's difficult to pick up the slack of Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
But to play to such a level that we win games. I think that's it.
I think that's the thing. We're not going to lose more games because he's not on the field, I think.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, I think whether we win or lose a game isn't going to be on the defense. It's going to be on the offense.
That's
because
exactly.
At the moment, yeah,
exactly.
At the moment, it looks as though we're struggling. Not so much struggling, but we haven't really hit a stride yet.
We're missing
have we?
So much.
We are. We are.
The memes are
and
out.
They are going to start coming back.
Yeah.
But, I mean, who could possibly replace him? If you look at the free agent market for next year, because we're not going to trade for somebody who's got 2-3 years left on the contract. It's just going to be far too expensive, both in draft pick and in actual salary. Yeah, so it's a 1-year rental. I mean, the obvious name that comes up is Trey Hendrickson, but he's an absolute fortune. Yeah. So that's going to kind of batter our cap a bit.
There might be a way of, and I know the Bengals wants to keep him. We can talk about names specifically, but there might be a way to get somebody like Trey Hendrickson, who's the Bengals season is not over, but it's not looking like they're going to win a lot of games with Jim Browning on the center.
Okay, I'm going to flip this then. I'm going to kind of flip this a little bit. What's the chances of the Bengals trading for Kirk Cousins?
That's a good point. To be fair,
the only player they're missing is a quarterback.
That's true. That's very true. And there's probably other ones out there that could fill a role. So that's a good point. They could very easily try and find a quick solution and try and get back into this before it's too late.
Exactly. Especially the 2-1.
Yeah. Especially the Ravens are 1-2, and the Steelers aren't particularly that otherworldly, and the Browns are the Browns. So I could see them try and stretch it out and find a replacement. But the thing is Kirk Cousins going to want to come down and play 5 or 6 games? Joe Burrow's missing. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's difficult. There's so many pieces to put in place. I wanted to talk about this insurance thing that I've learned that I didn't know was a thing until Bosa's injury.
Is this the fact that we've got insurance?
Yeah. I'd never heard of it.
No, neither had I. That's a new one on me.
Yeah, it's super interesting. I'm absolutely not surprised that it's a thing and it exists in a multi-billion-dollar business. So I read an article about the Rodgers injuries, and it turns out the Jets didn't have an insurance, which just tells you everything you need to know about how their franchise is run. Yeah, that's a very good point, Steve. That could very well happen, considering it's just been benched. So we are recuperating. I don't know what the numbers are, but I think it's quite a lot. Essentially, Bosa is going to give us money back that he's not going to earn this year, which we can put against the cap next year. So it's not this year; it's next year. So our cap space next year will be a bit bigger, and it's an insurance.
Is it essentially redoing his contract?
No.
How this insurance works?
No. So it's basically a policy insurance which you pay for. It's an external company that will insure the contract, and that will pay out a certain amount of money.
So what I can't get my head around is how we get $7 million back on the salary cap, because that's a administrative thing with the NFL.
It's a CBA thing. So it's in a collective bargaining agreement that if a player has insurance, part of his salary is repaid. But obviously, we've already paid, or we will pay Nick Bosa that money, so we can't recuperate it this year. So all that cash that we get back because he's not playing goes back against the cap next year, basically. Yeah, so is it 7 million? 7 million we're getting? That's a fair chunk, That's keeping JJ around for a little bit more. You know, it's
Yeah.
not insignificant. It could pay a defensive and this year and pro rata it next year kind of thing. It's interesting. I didn't know it was a thing. Obviously, it's insurance, so it probably would have cost quite a lot of money to insure Bosa, considering it's all like injury past and whatever and all that kind of thing. And you can do a certain percentage, which I think varies between 25 and 50% from what I read. I don't know. It's just super interesting. You just been watching this sport for 20, 20 plus years, and then you still learn things about how the league functions and everything. I was not stunned. I was kind of like, oh yeah, of course they do. But yeah, that was definitely a new one, and it's something people are going to talk more and more about. I think especially I'm
Yeah.
sure like CMC's got one, with his injury history when he was at the Panthers and all that kind of things. Like number one picks that have been injured in college, you insure them, so if they don't play, you get that back, etc. It's just very interesting in like the decision making process. If you know you can have an insurance, have that money back, you can take, like Ruben Foster, you can take a little bit more gambles on players that haven't played all that much. It's really really interesting and makes sense to a lot of decisions that we've analyzed before and be like, why are we taking this guy? He's always hurt. And it's like, it's probably insured and it's actually not cost us anything.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it is. It's kind of come out of the blue. It's the first we've ever heard of it. I'd love to know who else has actually used this insurance before, because I don't think it's been talked about before.
No,
This
I
is
think
the first I've heard of it.
yeah, same. Thank you, Justin. So an article, it's on ESPN, I think. I can't remember who wrote it. It's quite a lengthy article about Rogers' injury and the
Yeah,
history of
I don't know how
insurance.
big Justin's couch is there,
Yeah,
but it's
he's
some
got one
size. If you're
big
going to
note.
find 7 million at the back, down the back
Yeah,
of
so Justin, if you write numbers on your own banknote, that doesn't work. You can't do that. You can't do that. Yeah, it's interesting. So they talk about this, and I think it's something that isn't advertised all that much because people don't want to know the ins and outs of how it works and get scrutinized. And it's all a business, keep it hush hush. This player's insured, this player's. I get it. It's all business. Try and get a competitive edge on signing somebody and backing yourself. All these people have millions and billions of dollars. They're very smart with their money. It doesn't surprise me one bit.
Yeah. Okay, let's give another hint about where the venue is then. So
It's in
the
London.
yeah, it is. It's in London. I mean, I've already said in the group, it's not too far a walk from the hotel I've booked. The reason I booked that hotel is I just thought it was a very good position in the city. I thought it was easy to get to. There's some decent restaurants quite close by, as well as bars. So the next hint would be, I'm saying it's a hint, it could be the Redwood. So the Redwood is at London Bridge. And according to my Google Maps, it's just over a 6-minute walk from where we are, or where I am.
You said it was, or it could be the Broadwood or the
could be.
Redwood. So
Could be the Broadwood, could be the Redwood.
which is the one that was last time?
So the
right?
Broadwood has changed
Was the
name.
first-
So
has
the
it?
Broadwood used to be called the Broadleaf. So that was the
Right.
one where we had the Joe Staley meet up with the Cleveland Browns. I actually thought the chain was called the Broadwood Chain. So I searched for Broadleaf, and Broadwood came up with exactly the same pub. So yeah,
Dave. Is this the infamous tube
I
somebody-
did not get lost. Andy Hodgson got lost.
Is this the infamous tube where somebody
Let's
gave
just
you-
clear this out. Well,
gave
it's
you
funny
a
because
seat
we
as
all,
well?
so we all, no, that was a different tube, right? But we came out the tube, and I think Andy turned right, and we all looked at him, said, "Nah, it's not that way." Like, but then we were all so stupid, we followed him, and as it turned out, he had his phone locked, so he had the orientation locked. So when he moved his map around, it always showed the same place. So after we'd walked for 5 minutes, we decided actually we're going in the wrong direction here. And I wouldn't care. I had my map out and I was thinking, well, mine's saying the opposite thing to Andy's. Am I looking at this wrong? So I followed him. But yeah, it wasn't me. It was Andy.
So Justin, we've got a watch party in London on October the 12th for the Bucks game.
I think you're referring to the accents.
Yeah, I think he's referring to the accent, absolutely. So yeah, I know we're talking about getting lost in London, but yeah.
So I've got a couple of names. For you.
True. So I
These
think we
will
can
be
agree.
low cost.
We could agree Hendrickson. Not gonna happen, right?
Right. Let me just. We both clicked at the same time.
So yeah, Broadwood and Redwood are 2 venue/pub restaurant. Could
so
be
the
location
NFL.
where this is happening.
The NFL's got a deal with a group of pubs. I think it's actually called the Broadwood Group of Pubs. So I think there's 6 different pubs within London for this chain. And they're all pretty much set up to be sporting venues. And obviously the NFL have a lot of pressure on teams to use those pubs during the regular season for events. So tonight we'll be giving out the venue for the watch party, which I couldn't believe it's 2 weeks on Sunday.
Yeah.
I didn't realise. Yeah, I didn't realise we'd left it this late. So the last update I had was we probably looking to do the official announcement through the 49ers on Friday. But they've given me the go-ahead to announce the venue tonight. I'm kind of hoping they're going to get back to me because it's only just gone an hour since they've said, yeah, go ahead and announce it. I'm hoping they give us the go-ahead to announce the alumni as well.
That would be good.
Because, yeah. So hopefully they'll get... I mean, they know I'm going live now. And they said, crack on, do the venue. And obviously we'll discuss that and see if we can get back to you and let you know. So, yeah, three names I've got for you. They're not meant to replace Nick Bosa. They are there to bring a little bit more depth at the position, quality players who know our scheme. And we've got 3 of them. Charles Amenahu.
I like that.
Samuel Ebukam. Yeah.
Okay.
And Arden Key. They're all in the last year of the contracts. They're all playing for teams that have either had a bad start or perennial losers, apart from Amenahu, who's playing for the Chiefs. But he's on his last year. So, potentially we might have an option there. I don't even know if he's fit. I think didn't he have a bad injury last season?
Yeah. I don't think he played the whole season.
Yeah.
I can try and find out.
But those are 3 players that have played in the 49ers scheme.
Yeah, definitely.
And Ebukam, he had his best years playing for the 49ers, and he played under Salah.
True. Very true. Very, very true. Definitely. So I think Ebukam's a bit of a stretch because that's more like a default. It's more of a stand-up Leo type. It's more like a Russian linebacker than a true defensive end, which is kind of what we need, I think. So I would say probably no Ebukam. I really like Charles Omenihu. I think he's one of those guys that we would have loved to keep, but
short story, no. Longer story, it's kind of pivoted yet again.
Yeah, it has.
It's pivoted yet again.
Week,
yeah.
Not in play anymore.
So it's strange because one of the five looked nailed on, and I don't know why it changed, but it suddenly pivoted to somebody brand new. He'd never been mentioned before.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
A good name though.
Yeah. It's a good name. It's a good name. Everybody will definitely know the name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. that's something I think we're gonna touch in a bit, Michael.
Yeah.
Because I think the key to me, even if we do get somebody in, is to get those guys on the screen here, Robert Beal and just the D line that we have now to just play
I thought
more
we'd
and
released
better.
Robert Beal.
No, I think we released him, but then re-signed him to the practice squad.
Right.
So yeah. So to
Speaks
get back
volumes,
to
really.
yeah, to get back to the names you gave me, I think Omenihu is definitely the guy that I would try and go for out of those three.
So
As I
he's
was saying,
probably the only one out of the three that we'd struggle to get because he's in the
yeah,
Chiefs.
yeah, absolutely. Because I think he's one of those guys we would have probably tried to keep, and he was one of those it would have cost just a little bit too much for us to make
Yeah.
sense.
So I actually think Arden Keys probably is the best choice of
I
the
think
three.
he would be quite nice. I
Yeah.
mean, where's Kevin Givens? Somebody giving a call to Kevin Givens.
Yeah.
Is he still around? I mean, yeah, there's so many names we can go to. I think if we want to make a splash and really try to go for it, somebody like Brian Burns, the Giants are 0-3. He's just signed a 5-year deal. Does he really want to stay there? It's not gone well for him the last 2 years. Could we potentially sort something out so we can actually play a high level and find a team that's going to pay that contract? Because I reckon if the Giants go, early into the playoff in 5 or 6 weeks, they'll probably release him because he's earning way too much money and they have a whole roster to rebuild. So it wouldn't surprise me if the coach gets fired and then who knows, right? Maybe he doesn't want to stay in that situation and we can get the Giants to pay 50% of his salary and then he gets to play, puts his name out there and find a suitor for next year.
So obviously, I mean that's not a bad shout because they've just benched Russell Wilson for Jackson Dart.
They're clearly doing something's going on. They're trying. Somebody are hanging on to their jobs. They are on there. They're scrambling around. So it's interesting whether we gonna make a big splash, whether we're gonna just maybe add a little bit of depth.
When do you think we'll do it? What time?
I think potentially as soon as after the Jags game, depending on how that goes. I think the way the defense play against that team that has a so offensive line and not really a run game will tell us a lot. And I think because it's at home and because I don't think we're going to take too rash decision until we know exactly the extent of the injury and when IU comes back and all that and how competitive we can actually be. But if we win and we're 4-0, why not just go all out and try and win this thing? Then if we lose because we couldn't score points and it's not on a defense, do we really need to add defense? So I think Sunday's
so I was
tell
just
us
about
all.
to say, do you not think moving to 4-0 actually takes the pressure off us for bringing a player in? And we're more than likely going to wait until the trade deadline, because at the trade deadline you can guarantee that price is going to go down for those that are free agents next year.
It could also go up depending on what other teams need, because another injury somewhere else.
Yeah, if there's competition for a particular player.
Yeah, all it takes is one Sunday and another name comes down, and then all of a sudden the end are in demand and price goes up. So I don't know. It's difficult, isn't it?
That's a fair point, but I mean, we could trade for Hendrickson tomorrow. He could play on Sunday night and end up doing his ACL and being out for the season.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's the way football is. It's a brutal
is,
sport. So even if we trade for somebody that could end up on IR a week later.
Yeah, true. So then,
and I shouldn't really say stuff like that after I said Calais Campbell was like the same age as Yoda.
No, that was crazy. That guy's crazy. 45 years old.
Yeah.
Anyway, but then there's also like the complete craziness where the Browns lose, badly again, even though they've somehow beat the Packers, and then you just make an offer for Myles Garrett and see what happens, and then maybe you just send them Nick Bosa and let them deal with that. I don't know. It's so much that can happen, so much that can be done. But yeah, I think Sunday is going to be a big tell. See how that
Do
line
you think
plays.
Miles Garrett would play in a 4-3 rather than a 3-4?
I think he'd play anywhere if he can win a Super Bowl.
Because he's more of an outside linebacker.
Well, he kinda, yeah, but he's a down lineman, isn't he? He's in 3 point stance and
Yeah, I
4
was
point
going to say he
stance.
just spend most of his time up at the line.
Yeah, so I don't know. Make a push for JJ Watt if the Steelers go in for it. Who like you could TJ Watt, sorry, not JJ. JJ's
Yeah.
in the booth
I
now.
knew who you meant.
TJ was better than JJ, arguably. Um, yeah, there's so much we can do. But obviously, I agree. There's no rush. The trade deadline is, I think Justin just said it's November 4th. So we do have a month and a bit to sort this out if we need it, because we might just not need it. We might just be totally fine, and Robert Beal comes back and just has a good season. Um, but with the Drake Jackson not working out and all that kind of stuff in the past years, it's put us a little bit on thin ice, I think. And I would at least, depending on how Sunday goes, I would at least like us to get some bodies in just for depth, because we know the season's long. And when it comes to December and January football, you need that rotation, especially on that D line. They just go crazy.
You do, and depending on how you look at it, I mean, luckily enough, we've got our bye week on week 14. So we get towards the end of the season where we have like a mini break, and then potentially, depending on what our record is, we might have another mini break as well, which would be beneficial to ease off all those aching bodies, ready for a run to Levi's for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's ton of name out there. What if the Raiders go 1-3? Maybe Max Crosby wants out. Because I don't know. That's a stretch. I think Pete Carroll is good at one thing: is motivating and keeping good players around, kinda. Um, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Do you think we need somebody? Do you not think the people we have?
I think the next two games will tell us whether we need somebody. And the thing I'm going to be looking for is not so much defensive line play. I'm going to be looking at the cornerbacks and defensive backs to see how they cope, because if we suddenly see a drop in play from the defensive backs, it's not because they've suddenly gone bad. It's because we're not getting the pressure on the quarterback. He's getting far too much time to throw. Wide receivers are being able to get the separation because the ball's waiting so long to be thrown. I think that's what's going to tell us. If you watch how our cornerbacks play over the next couple of games, if they look as though they're getting beat left, right, and centre, it's not because they've suddenly dropped off the edge of a cliff. It's because our pass rush has.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a telltale sign. So, I mean, we're going to go up against the Jags, and Lawrence is a good quarterback. If you give him time, he's going to punish you. So I think Sunday night, he does. He peaks and troughs. But Sunday night will be the first indicator of how much we're going to miss Nick Bosa.
Yeah, I agree. But we didn't miss it all that much when he came out of the Cardinals game. I thought, especially that I think the biggest Nick Bosa flaw is to collapse way too soon and let rushing quarterback outside of his grasp. He's very good at doing that, and so we're definitely not going to miss that part of his game. That's for sure. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, but as I said on the podcast, I think it gives us an opportunity to roster build in a way that we might have not been able to. If everything goes well, then you start asking the question: do we actually need him? Can we use that money somewhere else to bolster? Or do we actually need him, and we need to start thinking of what his future is going to look like, and what kind of contract he's going to get after this one. It's just put us in a position to look at the future, which is, I think, is a good thing for where we are, especially being 3-0 and everything going pretty well as of yet, apart from the injury front. So I think it's good. But again, I'm going to say it again. It would have been 100 times more devastating to lose D. Winsters than losing Bosa. That's my opinion at this time. So, yeah.
Right, so let's go back for another hint about the venue. I can't remember if I did this one 10 minutes ago. You're going to have to keep us right here, Nadgy, but I can tell you it's definitely not the Greenwood.
It's not the Greenwood. You didn't say that. You said Broadwood.
Yeah.
Redwood.
So it could be the Broadwood.
Could be Broadwood.
Yeah. It could be the Redwood.
Could be the Redwood. It's not the Greenwood.
It's definitely not the Greenwood. So the Greenwood is actually quite a good venue, to be honest. So the Greenwood was the one that I scouted with Nick a couple of years ago.
Was that the offshoot for the overflow? Was that
there? No, the Goldwood was the offshoot for the overflow.
Yeah, okay.
So the Broadwood, which was the Broadleaf at the time, that was the main venue. The Goldwood was the overflow. The Greenwood is actually just outside of Victoria. It's on 2 different floors, and the upper floor is quite large. It's a lot larger than what the upper floor in the Goldwood was, and the upper floor in the Broadleaf as well.
Yeah.
So you get a lot more people up there if they wanted to use that as a VIP venue, which I believe they were looking for another VIP venue. Yeah. So, but it's definitely not the Greenwood.
Yes, Justin. All this, I think that's the branding that they went for, the wood company. And we do like a bit of wood on this show and on this.
That's got a whole new meaning. That's got a whole different meaning over in the US.
This is after dark meaning a little bit early for you all out there. I know you guys like it. Now we've talked about Bosa. If you guys have any questions or if you have any opinions about it, do let us know in a comment. As you can see now, we can see your comments on the screen, and you can see your own comments on the screen. So go for it. Yeah, there you go. Gary's here. He knows YouTube After Dark. Let's talk about what you're wearing. It's a nice jersey you got there.
Yes. So it'll be difficult to see. So I got this one from the States. Let me stand.
Yeah, let's have a look. Look at that. Look at that beauty. So shiny. It's nice. I like those big numbers. That's so nice. So yeah, tell us, how's the quality feel? How's the fit now that you've got it?
The fit is perfect. Believe it or not, this is a medium. This is a medium, and I should not be able to get into a medium.
He's using Premiere After Effects to change his window.
The reason I went for a medium is because I got a Vapor Fit in the summer. I got I got a Brock Purdy Vapor Fit, and I went for large because I'm a large in every other jersey at the moment. And when it turned up, it was just absolutely massive. Couldn't believe how big it was.
Yeah,
and that came from the States as well. Yeah. The neck on it was just absolutely massive.
Yeah,
I would have to wear a hoodie underneath it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I always think, because we always get the question about how does it fit? What's the fit like? And it says this. I think there's 2 types of people that wear jerseys, football jerseys, in the world. I would say there's people that just wear as a t-shirt, just standard, put a jacket, whatever. And then there's the people that put that over a hoodie. And depending on the season, maybe people do both. And obviously the sizing would vary quite a lot depending on what you want to do and how you want to wear it. So this is a medium, and you usually wear large. And this, you couldn't put this over a jumper, could you, or a hoodie?
Well, I've got that Shanna hoodie.
Oh, but that's
definitely
thin.
Yeah, it is. It's a thin t-shirty type material, but I can definitely wear that underneath this. I can get away with that.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I could probably get away with any sort of hoodie. To be honest, it would look a bit spongy.
Tight,
I would say spongy.
Spongy.
But yeah, so that turned up. I tell you what, let's tell you about the story about this hat. This hat.
True YouTube After Dark. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah, size does matter, mate. So this hat, I've been wanting for about a year. But I refused to pay the customs and the shipping from the US, and you can only get from the US store. It's the Hawaiian Heritage hat, which is what all the details about.
Nice. That's cool.
Flowers and stuff like that. So obviously there was a load of guys went out to the New Orleans game. Anthony Folger, David Neve, Sam Tranmer, Ali Reid, Brett Sinclair, that's his name. Forgot all about him. Don't know why,
to
but I
forget
did.
about him as much as
Yeah, and my mate Kazi from Santa Clara. So he was going out, and he lives 5 minutes from the team store. So he said, if anybody wants anything picking up, I can bring it to New Orleans. So I thought, well, I'll ask him to get this hat for us and give it to Brett, and Brett can bring it over for us. So he said, yeah, no problem, I'll sort that. Now, rewind about 4 or 5 months ago, David Ellicott went to San Francisco back in May, and I'd asked him if he was going to go down to the team store at the stadium to get this hat for us, but he never ever went down to the team store, and he had a look in all the lids down on P39 along the Embarcadero and couldn't find it anywhere. So never thought anything of it. So obviously Brett came home last week. My brother, who's a colonel in the Army Cadet Force, he was doing a camp last weekend up in Edinburgh, which is 25 minutes away from... it's not that hat, Sam. Just wait, it's not that hat. So Brett was going to take the hat over last weekend to our Steve on the Saturday evening, so our Steve could bring it home for us. Well, on the morning I was meeting David Ellicott to go and do a park run, and he came up to my car. We got out, we had a walk to the start line. He said, when we finish, when we come back, I'll go and get your cap. I was like, what do you mean, your cap? He says, your cap. I said, I've got absolutely no idea what you're talking about. He says, thinking about it. What did you ask us 4 months ago? I said, you didn't get that cap, did you? The Hawaiian Heritage one. He says, I did, I said, oh, Jesus, David, I don't know how to tell you this, mate. But I've already got one. I don't actually have it, but I've got it. It's actually coming on the same day. He brought it as well.
Oh, wow.
So I've got two. So I need to send Kazi some money back, because Kazi paid $30 towards my hat.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna send him the $30, and I basically sold the hat to our Ben, because our Ben liked the hat as well. So our Ben's got the hat that he needs to disinfect and wear rubber gloves the first time he puts it on.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was after 9 o'clock, I'd be able to show you the photo that Brett sent me.
Yeah,
But as it's not, I can't.
Yeah, I can't do that.
But yeah, after waiting for a year to get this hat, two came along on the same day.
Yeah, that's a good segue. I was going to say you can put it on that new Facebook group that we have that Wayne and Oliver are running. We've got a sale group because sales have always kind of been a touchy subject on Facebook. It's very difficult to police it and make sure people don't get scammed and all that. So we always thought we'd just not have it, but because of incessant demand and the size of the group now, so we've got enough.
Sorry. So I'm not going to put Mark's comment on the screen so you can read it in large writing.
It's right there underneath me.
I know. I can see it. You can see it then small writing. Hopefully people think it says ditched.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Yes, you're quite right, Mark. Let's put it this way. If I wore the hat that Kazi gave to Brett and Brett gave to my brother to bring down to me, I would end up having more hair than I currently have on my head. Let's put it that way.
That's disgusting.
I wouldn't be impressed of having more hair than I currently have.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone
and
would.
I think it might have had a bit of a cheesy smell to it.
Oh, come on. So, as I was saying, we have a group to sell stuff on. So, if you have anything you want to buy, Niners gear.
Anybody want to buy a hat?
If anybody wants to buy a hat. That's why I thought you already sold it to Ben. So, that's okay. But yeah, we've got another group. If you ask Wayne or Oliver, they can show you where it is on Facebook. And you can go and sell stuff you don't want or don't need or don't fit in anymore or you don't like. And you can buy stuff that maybe you really like cheaper. Somebody that can't, don't want to use it anymore. Or just get sizing down, that kind of stuff. So yeah, head over there. It's pretty cool. It's all friendly. There's some rules. Please adhere to it. It's very important to keep everybody safe for transaction purposes. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool that we have that. I've got something on there right now. I'm also giving a jersey away because I found an old Patrick Swillis jersey it's way too big for me now. I think it might be the first jersey I bought when I was in the UK. And I don't know why I got it so big. I think it's because I wanted to practice in it, but then never did because I liked it so much. And so yeah, I'm giving it away to somebody that can't really afford to buy merch because I think that's a cool thing to do. So yeah, just go in that post, hit me up. I'll choose somebody, and I'll just send them a jersey. Tangent done. Somebody was asking. Hang on, somebody was asking because we're gonna
While you find what somebody was asking, I'm going to head over and give another couple of hints.
Yeah, go on.
So the venue could be the Beechwood in Shoreditch,
The beach.
but it's definitely not the Westwood.
Okay, so I think that's all of them, right? If I'm not
That's
mistaken.
all six.
It's all six.
So at the
So
moment,
it's not
it could be
green.
one of four. Actually, I haven't mentioned one. It could be one of four. It could be the Goldwood.
Goldwood.
It could be the Broadwood. It could be the Redwood. Or it
Yeah.
could be the Beechwood.
Beechwood.
Now, if you plot all those against a map, have
Then
a look
pick a
at where
hotel in
my
the middle.
hotel is, triangulate all the different vectors, you'll be no further forward. So don't do it. But it's one of those four. Actually, I'll tell you which one of those four it's definitely not as well. It's definitely not the Broadwood. So we left with three.
Right.
The
Okay.
Beechwood, the Redwood, and the Goldwood.
All right. There we go. And we'll
And
know
I
s-
did say-
very soon, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I did say the venue. I mean, I used Google. I looked at Google to see how far Google said it was away. And I must walk really quick because I looked at the time they gave and thought, no way.
Yeah.
I can do
Google-
that in half the time.
Yeah. Google walking distances.
So personally, I think it's about a 6-minute walk. Right? That's been very precise, that 6 minutes. And believe me, I know how fast I walk and how far I can walk. So if I'm saying 6 minutes, Google's probably going to double that and say it's a 12-minute
Yeah.
walk,
it's
I
10,
reckon.
12 minutes. That's right.
So you can all get in your Google there and just map out Travelodge London Central Bank and find out how much walking time it is to the Beechwood, the Redwood, and the Goldwood.
That would make sense, Dan. That's a good hint. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. We'll never know.
Yeah.
That, Gary, is very easy for you to say. I'm not gonna try. Yeah, that was a question because that was supposed to happen. I know you
It
planned
was.
the live,
So
and then things got
I
mixed
kind
up
of
and
left
you
it a
just
bit
couldn't
late to do it, and the
Yeah.
guys who run Gold Rush Gear, 2 of them were actually out at the New Orleans games, and one of them, the other one, he was actually at a baseball tournament all day, so he couldn't do it.
Right, so it will happen soon. It's just a matter of trying to get 4 people. 3 of them are on very different time zone in the States and Lee together
Yeah,
to do a show. It's a lot harder than it looks, trust me.
Yeah,
Even
so
to
we've
get
got
just
2
4
East
people in
Coast.
the UK.
yeah. We've
It's
got
hard,
2 East
so-
Coast, 1 West Coast, and then obviously me over in the UK.
Yeah, that's right. So,
So what I did actually think about that night when we decided we didn't have time to do it, it doesn't have to be a live show because I think I've covered all the questions that people are probably going to ask because I've given them a whole load of questions all about shipping, merchandise quality, sizing, how they send stuff back, who's going to pay for the returns, stuff like that.
yeah, it's a whole
How long is
logistical
shipping?
nightmare.
Yeah. So I've asked them a load of questions like that. So what I did say to them is, look, we'll get a time that's mutually agreeable. Because what I was trying to do is get it so people can watch. But then
Yeah,
I thought, well, why don't I just pre-record it?
yeah,
I
that
can
might
pre-record
be
it like
easier,
a
yeah. And then
podcast.
just post it as a
Yeah,
podcast.
because then it gets around the time issue to some extent.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it
it's a
means
good idea,
everybody
actually.
can then go and start and buy hats, hoodies,
Yeah,
beanies, all the different merchandise. I can't remember if I showed you the. I think I did show the. Where's that? Just above there, just at the tip of my finger there. I've got a chain hanging down there with a
oh yeah. I remember. you showed me this,
sparkly
yeah.
helmet on.
Yeah, and
I've got a sparkly helmet
for goodness sake, what is this YouTube turning into?
hanging from me wood shelf.
Yeah, I know, it's just Brilliant. Yeah, and we will have all the details to you all out. And I know you guys have been chomping at the bits to get your hands on that merch, and we want to get it out to you because it is really cool. So we're trying as hard as we can to do this. I think we've lost Jamie. He's triangulated and he's in the middle of the Thames. The watch party will not be on a boat on the Thames. I don't think that's going to happen. So you've got that wrong.
And
Jamie.
believe it or
So
not,
it could.
believe it or
I mean,
not.
it could be. I guess.
So did you go down to London for the 2010 game, the 49ers Broncos?
Yes, I was there. Yeah.
So there was a VIP party type thing on with Jerry Rice, and that was on the
Was
Thames.
I there? I think I was there.
Yeah, that was on a boat on the Thames. I really wish I'd done it.
Yeah.
It was
that's pretty
£250
cool.
a ticket, but I wish I'd done it.
Oh, that is.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's
Yeah, it was.
expensive.
Okay, let's reel another one out. So we've got three
yeah,
left.
Justin was asking where the site is. I don't know if he's talking about the pub or whatever, but I think he's talking about the group.
I think he's
buy
talking
stuff.
about Gold Rush Gear. I think if you go onto Instagram, Justin, and just type in Gold Rush Gear, you will find the site. So they've got an
Yeah,
Instagram site, definitely.
But yeah, that's right. If it's the Facebook group where we sell stuff, it'll be on Facebook somewhere, and I think we've got it pinned in on our group on Facebook. If not, I think Wayne was about. If Wayne can maybe post the link on YouTube. I don't know if YouTube will let you
Yeah.
do that, but you can try and do that. That's totally fine. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got three left, and I'm purposely going to make this difficult for everybody and leave the one that's
I was
obvious.
talking about the gear side. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
that's the ones.
we've got the beechwood, the redwood, and the goldwood. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it is not the beechwood.
So it's either goldwood or
Redwood.
redwood. That's right. I'm getting confused with all these names now. Okay, down to two
Yeah.
people. You should be able to
Yeah, and
not triangulate because you need 3 for that. But
something to bear in
linearize
mind.
it.
Something to bear in mind. Every time we do a watch party, we look for things that resonate with California, with San Francisco, and
Okay.
take like that kind of theme. And obviously we
Yeah.
bring all of our own stuff as well. So that'll get you guessing as well.
There we go.
So we're down to it's the redwood or the goldwood.
There you go. Anything else you wanted to talk about? Because you didn't do the review. Is there anything that...
Nadgy, I will be honest. My son woke us up halfway through the third quarter. I'd been out since 8:30 on the Sunday morning because it was my birthday. I went out at 8:30 on the Sunday morning. I'd been drinking from 10 o'clock on the morning because it was the Sunderland Aston Villa game.
Yeah.
Dave Betteridge stood us up. So me and
Oh,
Dave
that's
met
not
up on
cool.
the Saturday night, and we were out from, I think it was 5 o'clock. Yeah, 5 o'clock to 11:15. And then he was supposed to meet us for breakfast the next morning in Spoons in Sunderland, but he was still in bed. I think he was still in bed by about 10 o'clock. So
okay.
he stood us up. He was supposed to come into the fans museum and have a couple of pints with us before the game, but I think he already knew how the game was going to go.
Got people spinning there. People are trying to work it out. Look at this.
Yeah.
Mark's thinking it could be the redwood because of
Yeah.
California. Justin thinks it could be Gold Rush.
So there
therefore
was a
Goldwood.
question. Hang on,
It's all
there was
very
a
good
question.
guesses, guys. Yeah. Should
Let me
keep
go back
keep
to this
that coming.
question.
Right. So you didn't really watch the game. Did you rewatch it in full? too,
I did.
or-
I did. I just missed most of the third quarter. That's all.
Which is where we played the best.
Yeah, that'll be about right.
Yeah.
That'll be about
So it's
right.
it's your fault. So when you don't watch,
Yeah.
we play better.
So it was a Jamie one. Okay. So I did answer this by saying no, I can't. But I think I may have answered
the
it
one we
altogether as well.
had and the one we
Yeah.
had and we don't anymore.
So
Well,
we've
I don't think
we've
we
had a
should
total of 9
because-
names.
Yeah, because ultimately those names are If
Oh
you
no,
know,
I'm not going to give. Yeah, I'm not going to give out those names. No.
if you know how all this alumni thing works, is
Yeah.
there is a short list of a certain amount of players that will go and do things, the cruise and other stuff in the state itself, and the Chapman stuff and all that kind of stuff, and the takeovers and all that kind of stuff. So all of those names that we got could go to one of those events. So if we
That's
start
right.
giving you this, you might have a hint of who could come next year or the year after and the year after, because that list kind of relatively stays the same year in, year out, and people leave and new people come in, new contract and all that. So no, we're not going to give you the names, because otherwise you might have an idea in the future, and that would ruin the surprise. It would ruin Lee's fun into this massive tease
Right.
that's been lasting for
I'll-
2 hours of teasing now on.
Yeah, I'm
Troll
going
and
to tease again.
Facebook.
I'm going to tease
Yeah,
again. So
course.
tonight, I think it was tonight because I've only just seen it on Twitter. But the nominees for the Hall of Fame has been
Oh
released.
yeah, we
Yeah.
can talk about that. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
there's quite a few former 49er players on that list.
Yeah,
And there may have been a name that was on my list.
yeah, there may have been.
There may have been.
And
There
there's
may
two
have
names
been
on
more
that
than
list.
one name on my list.
Yeah, and there's two names on that list that obviously we have had already. We got somebody from
Yeah.
Austin checking in. Hey, welcome, Delta Bravo. Thank you for being here. That's so nice of you to join in.
So I think that's where Ali Reid lives. I think Ali
Yes, it
Reid
is.
lives in Austin.
Does
Or
he
is
live
it
in
San
Austin?
Antonio?
Yeah,
Might
yeah.
be San
I'm
Antonio.
sure it's in Texas,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure.
Oh, it's definitely in Texas.
Yeah.
Definitely lives in Texas.
No, I think you're right. It is San Antonio. San Antonio.
Yeah. So Delta Bravo, if you see a strange, lanky-looking Englishman walking about with 49ers
Super
jersey
nice
on,
guy.
it could be Ali Reid.
It could be a super nice guy. I see
Yeah.
you got a nice picture of. Is that Bernie's mountain dog you got with your dogs? It looks like a dog. I'm very much a dog person too. But yeah, welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, let's talk that shortlist that just come up. So it's the list of name eligible to enter the Hall of Fame
Yeah.
this year. It doesn't make the finalist or semi-finalist or whatever they're doing these days. to try and
No,
make
so
it
it's the initial list of nominees.
Yeah. Oh, is it right? Okay. So
Yeah, it's the oh, hang on.
I thought it was the
See,
list
now
of
we've got-
eligible player that could
Yeah.
enter the nominees.
Now you've got us thinking there, mate.
But if we can
I
talk
wonder
about
if I've
names
just
on that list,
misread, because I was going to turn around and say one of the names really surprised me.
yeah, I thought it was first nominees because Joe and Frank, did they retire the same year?
Who? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did.
did they? Can't remember.
Well, they
Yeah, it
must
could
have
be.
because they're both eligible. No, Joe was eligible last year.
All right, so, it
So
would
this
be
is
the
his
nominees.
second. Yeah. So this is his second year of eligibility.
They have
Actually, that- yeah,
125
there's a thing.
nominees this year. So it's a good conversation because one of the things that I really don't like about the Hall of Fame is that it's almost become too easy to get into. It's just, I mean, I get it. There's more and more and more and more player every year that gets added to the list because so many players enter the league. But
I disagree.
I don't know. I
If it
don't
was
know.
too easy to get into, Patrick Willis would have been a first ballot Hall of Fame, and he deserved to be a first ballot Hall of Fame.
See, 125 names. That's too many. And they're probably all
Oh
deserving
no, that's how
one
they
way or
obviously that's
another.
how they start.
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
they're nominees, that means they probably have a say and
So
some kind of
I'm
deservedness to get
I
in
want to
there.
see how controversial this is then, because I'm going to give a name who I was quite surprised to see on that list. And I loved him as a player, to be honest, but I didn't think he deserved to be on that list. And that's Alex Smith.
God, that's yeah.
I
No, I don't
would
think he deserves it
definitely
either.
not put him down as Hall of Fame.
Did he win a Super Bowl with KC? Was he back up Patrick Mahomes when he won his first one?
No, didn't they trade him? They traded him to the
They
Washington
traded
Commanders.
him and then they won. Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. As much as I love him, and especially what he's been through, I think we kind of
Yeah.
swayed by the end of his career and what he had to go through. So, yeah, I agree with you. He was a first round pick. He should have been much better than he was. Like, he was a first pick, wasn't he? First pick. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, do you want to give the list? Have you got it? Can you if you send it to
I
me, I'll
don't.
put it on the screen.
I don't actually have the list. I'm trying to figure out where I saw that list from.
Yeah, but anyway, Frank Gore's on it. Joe Staley's on it. We can. I think
Justin Smith's on it.
Justin Smith's on it.
Anquan Bolden's on it.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
So Frank Gore, Staley, Smith, Bolden.
Yeah. Well, did you
Justin
send it to
Smith.
us on Facebook, didn't you? I'll just have a look.
Did
at
I?
the names. I saw. Or did Paul did? Maybe Paul did. Or was it on Discord earlier? Too many socials. Don't go on too many socials, people.
Yeah.
Where was it? NFL chat, maybe. No.
Okay, while you look for that, I may as well put everybody out the misery.
Are you gonna do it? Okay.
Yeah. And tell people it's the Goldwood again.
It's a gold.
It is the Goldwood. I mean, everybody guessed it. And to be honest, I particularly thought it was a good venue. I thought it was set out well. I thought the VIP area upstairs was a little bit small. And from all accounts, the price for the VIP tickets has gone up this year as well.
So
and I wonder if they're going to...
Okay.
Yeah. So there will be a VIP area. 49 for UK group members will get priority access to both VIP tickets and ordinary tickets. Bearing in mind, I think last year they only sold 25 tickets for the VIP area, and the VIP area held 100 people. But they did fill some of those with their own VIPs or like influencers.
Yeah. Of course.
So I would kind of hope they hold that back for the fans. I don't know what the idea is this year for how they're going to do stuff. Obviously, they had everybody queued outside last year. You came in, you got giveaways. I believe there will be giveaways again this year. Don't know what they are. Obviously, we're only 2 weeks away. And like I said, the last information I had was it's going to be fully announced on Friday. If it's fully announced on Friday, I'm going to guess that tickets are probably going to go on sale tomorrow or Friday. And when I say on sale, you didn't pay for the tickets unless you had VIP. So it's just free registration. And again, cool. I am very surprised that it's only 2 weeks on Sunday before the actual event.
And I think that's something we've been talking to the Niners about for a long time, trying to get them to announce it even before the season starts, if it's going to be this early, and that doesn't seem to come through to them, the urgency to. I think they think that because the UK is such a small country, it's easy for us to get to places and just drop a hat. But I don't know. Maybe it's that. Maybe I'm paraphrasing or assuming. But it's always very short notice, and it's just no idea. We all have jobs and
they do get it
to deal with. It's just. Yeah,
but obviously,
they'll get there
working alongside them, I know what's happening in the background. So it's not just a case of having the venue, having the alumni. There's a lot of other moving parts in there. So I think both Paul and I have talked about this before. There's a lot of pressure from the NFL to which weekend to have it. Yeah. Obviously, it wasn't ideal for us or for those who go to National Series games to have it on one of those weekends.
Yeah.
But the NFL kind of put pressure on the 49ers to say this is the best weekend for you to have it to basically promote the NFL brand rather than the 49er brand.
But,
so there's a lot of pressure there.
There is, but I know they want to announce everything at once and like, hey, this is what we're going to do and it's going to be amazing. But I still think, saying, oh, it's going to be that day and in that city, just that alone is huge help because people can plan travel and hotels and take time off. And, some people need just more than 2 weeks notice to book the Monday off or book the Monday and Tuesday, depending what they want to do, right? It's just so difficult, but we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. I'm sure because ultimately, I think to me, it comes down to the sooner you tell us. If you tell us in May, you're gonna get probably double the amount of people that are gonna come in 2 weeks. I would imagine, because people will have time to plan and be ready.
I don't know. I think
I think so, but
I think it'll be a sellout again.
no,
I
it
think
will
we'll
be a
have 500
sellout.
there.
It would absolutely be a sellout. But I think we could get double the amount of people if we. I mean, look at the Super Bowl, right? And that was like 1 week notice, and look how many people we got. So it proves that we can get this many people down. It's just, I think it's just down to preparation. But anyway,
Yeah.
I've got the names. It's the Goldwood in London. So this is just the Niners. I've got the full list here if you want to have a look at that. It's on the. I found this on the Pro Hall of Fame football website. There's some good names on there, but the names that interest us are here. Let's be quick because we've been doing this for an hour and people have got the info they need, so they're gonna start leaving now. Any word?
Ooh,
Any?
Delaney Walker.
Yeah, Delaney Walker. Any name on there that a shoe in? I mean, I can see
Franco.
one. Yeah, Franco for sure. What about Vernon Davis?
Where's
Ooh.
Frank Gore's name? Frank Gore's name's not on there.
He's not on there. Maybe I just cropped it. But did I crop it? No. Huh. This is weird.
Frank Gore was definitely.
I
Go
got
back
this
to
from
the bigger list. The list of
Oh,
everyone.
let's-
Just have a look.
yeah, let's go back
right,
to
running
running
backs.
backs. Maybe he's not on it.
Yeah, Frank Gore.
Oh yeah,
top
Frank
right hand corner, right
Oh,
next
wow.
to Chris Holmes.
This list that I got it from the Niners website. This is bad. They'll change it. They'll amend it when they realize. It's all good. Yeah, there's a few names on there.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly believe Frank Gore's a shoe in.
Yeah, Franco's definitely showing his number 3 all-time rushing. played that just
Yeah.
never missed a season. Is absolutely a showing. A couple of names in there that are definitely going to spark conversation. I think Vernon Davis, maybe. Anquan Bolden, big career. I mean, Wes Walker will absolutely make it in, even though he didn't play for us. I don't know why he's on that list, but he'll definitely.
Yeah, he was a
make
wide
it.
receiver coach.
Yeah, of course, but
Yeah.
didn't play for us. Ricky Walters, maybe. I think Joe will make it eventually. Probably not this year.
I think you will, yeah.
There's a lot of big names this year. Drew Brees.
I think
etc.
Vernon Davis probably will make it.
Yeah, I think so too. David Akers, pretty consistent, very good kicker.
Yeah, and he did hold the longest field goal for a very
For a
short
long
time.
Yeah.
No, it was a very short time. Don't think it was long. I think it was a season at most.
Oh, was it? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. That's the people that can go. Do you think Jeff Garcia has got a shot?
No,
No.
again,
Played
I just
well.
can't see it.
No, just not good enough. Yeah. But yeah, there we go. Some names for you.
So
Some
who do I think on
debates
there?
gonna happen.
Anquan Bolton, I think he'll get it eventually.
Yeah, I
Vernon
think so
Davis
too.
probably is.
Won Super Bowl with the Ravens, right? So
Justin
I mean,
Smith, yeah. The Cowboys
win a
getting in.
yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
Joe Staley, yeah.
I
And
mean,
that's
I think
probably
Justin
it.
Smith will probably take a while as well. But
Yeah,
there we go.
there's some
That-
good players on there.
Yeah, that's a good list. Definitely.
I notice Alex Smith isn't on there. Just stick up the big list up again.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh, we're both doing it.
Yeah, Alex
Yeah,
Smith's
he's
on here.
there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know
he's
what,
there
I
at
don't
the
know
end
what that
there.
list is on the Niners website. What? So Alex Smith and Frank Gore have got underline. I wonder what that means.
Well, so is Philip Rivers. I wonder if those are all first time eligible.
First time
Because
nominees.
Larry
yeah.
Fitzgerald's there.
Yeah.
I mean, Larry Fitzgerald,
Olsen.
he's a shoe in.
Maurice Pouncey. Wow. Gino Atkins. Some very big names there. Big players. Yeah, I don't know what the underline means.
No, not entirely sure myself, mate.
Anyway, that was a good show. I think.
It was, yeah. Well, so I
Sure.
hope people aren't too disappointed that we're back at the Goldwood. 'Cause like I said, I did think it was a good venue. What I will say is, just check to make sure how much you get in charge when you get a drink. Because we did have a few people have issues last year.
Double charge, yeah.
Yeah. So
I
just
mean, if
keep
that
an eye
ever
on it.
happens, and you notice, even the day after, you can send an email with proof. They
Yeah.
can double check and you get your money back if they do it right. So yeah, there we go. Thanks, Lee.
So
Nice
that
camp.
is it. I had hoped to be able to announce the alumni as well, but they haven't come back and given me authorization to do that.
I
So
think
that's a bit of a shame.
I think if it is the name that you gave me, I think people will be very happy. I think he's very much loved player by everyone.
Yeah.
I don't think you can find anyone in the world that doesn't like that guy. So I think that'll be good. That'll be a good player to have down.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Right,
then Paul
guys,
Hope
it's
with
been-
the last. He's watching. He's here. Hello, Paul. We'll give you
You
the
know,
show back.
he
Don't
keeps
worry.
on saying he's not going. Paul Hope is going. Paul Hope.
Yeah, he's saying that. Yeah, we'll see if we can keep him away from
Well,
that.
you know, I'm saying that.
I can
Well,
definitely guarantee that I will not be there.
Yeah. Until about an hour and a half ago, I still thought it was about 4 weeks away.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fact that I'm going to be travelling down in 2 weeks and 2 days, that absolutely gobsmacked about that. But it'll be a good weekend. So if anybody's going down on the Saturday, just let us know in the group, because there's quite a few of us going down there on the Saturday. Our fearless host of the podcast, Gareth Ellis, he'll be down there by about 4 o'clock. I think I get in about 12:15 on the afternoon. I think at the moment there's maybe 8 to 10 of us going to be there on the Saturday, so no doubt we'll all arrange to do something. Don't know if it's going to be a comedy club like we did last year,
Interesting.
because we kind of killed the 2 comedians that came on. They died a horrible death. But that's what you do when you get up and try and tell jokes in front of people who's been drinking all day.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, we'll go out, we'll do something. We might even just go around to the Gold Road pub, sit and watch some sport, and have like
Volleyball.
yeah, exactly. Just have a chat about the 49ers.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
good idea. And it would be like kind of a mini meet. As I know we said we'd try and do a mini meet with the time frame. It's going to be difficult, I think, but no
Yeah.
mini meet, but a pre-meet, so we can get people to meet everyone before everything starts going too crazy that you can't even talk to people.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Definitely. So we're going to be back again tomorrow night. We're going to do the preview show for the Jags. That'll be published sometime on Friday. Hopefully it'll be sooner rather than later. So I would hope to get that out
So you
about 4:30, 5 o'clock
that's a good time.
on Friday evening. So you've got that to listen to. And with any luck, we'll be 4-0 by the time we do the review show on Monday night.
Yep.
So until next time, go Niners.
Go Niners.
We love the San Francisco 49ers deep in the heart. Like Joe Montana in the corner, deep Clark. Garrison Hurt, stiff farm going 99. Don't get it twisted, one and all with prime time. John Taylor, Jerry Rice down the